Good morning. I am 6 minutes earlier today. Oops, 5 minutes earlier. I'm gonna check on my other phone if the microphone is connected well today, so you will hear me speak again the same thing. Don't worry about it. If the microphone is connected well today, so you will hear me speak again the same thing. Don't worry about it. Looks like it's connected. And I'm looking at my screen now, so if you can't hear me or can hear me very poorly like yesterday, please let me know in the comments so that I can figure it out. Thank you. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Jennifer. Oh, great. I have no idea what happened yesterday. I feel like I did the same exact thing as always. But I have to say, yesterday all technology was failing me. My computer, microphone at the studio, so yeah. I just have to let it go. Good morning, Mariella. We're having a norte today. Good morning, Yanni. It's really nice, windy, kind of chilly. I mean, for Cozumel. Good morning, Maria. All right, it is time for us to start. In the past couple of weeks, we worked through the yoga's ethical guidelines of ahimsa, nonviolence, satya, truthfulness, asteya, non-stealing, brahmacharya, moderation, and aparigraha, or non-possessiveness. Those 5 are called yamas, or external practices. They are the way we relate to the outside world. And today we will begin our dive into the next set of 5 guidelines, collectively called niyamas. And those are internal practices, the ways we relate to ourselves. The first niyama is called Saucha, which can be interpreted as purity or purification. The yoga sutra that goes with it is this: purification brings about clarity, happiness, concentration, mastery of senses, and capacity for self-awareness. Isn't that wonderful? And this niyama carries a twofold meaning. First, Saucha invites us to purify our bodies, our thoughts, our words. And as we purify ourselves physically and mentally, we become less cluttered, less heavy, bring more lightness into our life, into our days. Purification in that sense brings a brightness and clarity to our very essence. And second, the guideline of Saucha has a relational quality, because as we purify ourselves from the heaviness and clutter of toxins, distractions, scattered mind, we gain clarity to meet each moment with integrity and freshness. In other words, we become more pure in our relationship with each moment. As you can imagine, the yogis have many practices to purify their bodies. And some of them are quite conventional, like diet and physical exercise. Others are pretty out there, like running a string through the nasal passages and out of the mouth, or running a 32 yard of cotton strip through the digestive system. Breath practices, postures are meant to purify the body. Meditating and following the ethical system of yamas and niyamas that we're exploring now, those are meant to purify the mind and the heart. So clearly, yogis place a very high priority on purification. Why is that? Why such importance? In her book Yamas and Niyamas, Deborah Adele writes, "There is a great energy that lies mostly dormant within each of us. This is the energy of consciousness or awakening. We have all at times felt the movement of this energy in the moments when tears silently well in our eyes with the stirring of overwhelming love. Moments when beauty stops us and captures us in wonder. Moments when contentment and well-being just oozes from our pores. Moments when the life force pulses through us like electricity, making us vibrant and young. Moments when deep wisdom bathes light on our unknowing. Moments when awareness comes to us in technicolor. These are just small tastes of what happens as the energy within us truly awakens. To practice the guideline of purity is to engage in cleansing processes, both physical and mental, that prepare us for these kinds of experiences all the time. Cleansing allows for the greatness for our spirit and lightens us to experience more of the divine mystery. And this cleansing doesn't have to be earth-shattering or weird to begin to work its magic. It might take the form of increased physical exercise or water intake, maybe a day of fasting, or maybe even a day of cleaning out our closets. Or perhaps we choose to spend a day purifying our tongue so that we speak nothing of harm or untruth for the entire day. Whatever form purifying takes, it always begins with an intention to lighten the load that we're carrying. It's important to note that there is a big difference between purity and cleanliness. And although cleanliness is very important, at its extreme, it's really a process of scrubbing the outside of us. It changes our outer appearance. And purity, on the other hand, works on the insides and changes our very essence. And although cleanliness is important, the guideline of Saucha calls us to the inward journey of purification and not the external appearance of cleanliness. So let's explore this together. As always, take a comfortable position and simply acknowledge all the circumstances of your practice, internal and external. As you take this mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses, feeling the very truth of being yourself in this moment, without pretense, without forcing yourself to think any different, to be anything different, to breathe differently. Accepting whatever is right here, right now. Remember that Saucha, or purity, purification, is about lightening up our load. So reflect on what loads you're carrying. Maybe your body is full of toxins from a poor diet. Maybe your mind is carrying the heavy burden of victimhood or unforgiveness. Or maybe your home or workspace are full of clutter and junk. All these loads wear down your body, mind, and spirit. They're real and they're very heavy. So how can you take the invitation of this guideline and move into ease? How can you do what it takes to release this heaviness wherever you find it in your life? We'll now do a quick guided body scan to release the load of our habitual muscular tension. And let this practice be your reminder that you have the power to reduce or even completely drop whatever it is that weighs you down. As I guide you through this body scan, you don't really have to do anything but follow my voice and observe how the act of simply bringing your awareness to different parts of your body acts on lightening on this load that you're carrying, how it lightens up your body, or maybe your breath as well. So bring your attention to the crown of your head now. Your forehead. Eyes. Cheeks. Nose. Jaw. Tongue. The back of your head. Your ears and the space between your ears. Your neck and throat. Left arm from shoulder to fingertips. Right arm from shoulder to fingertips. Chest, solar plexus and ribs. Belly. Upper back, middle back, low back. Your pelvis. Your left leg from hip to toes. Your right leg from hip to toes. And now feel your entire body as one radiant sensation, one field of energy floating lightly, effortlessly in the open and loving awareness that you are. Gently bring your attention back to the space between your ears. Visualize the center point on this imaginary line that connects the ears. And remember that this point is very powerful. In Taoism, it's called Crystal Palace. And as you rest your attention there gently, without effort, ask yourself, what is it that I need to release right now? What's the heaviest load that I can let go of to feel lighter, less sluggish, with more energy, more connected? And don't try to think about it logically. Simply ask this question and listen with your heart. Take whatever comes to you. What is the most important thing or the biggest thing that I can release right now so that I feel lighter and more connected? As you go through your day today, come back to that insight that you just received and see how you can start releasing this so that you feel more easeful, so that everything becomes more effortless, so that you become more connected, have more clarity. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.